Hinako begins to tremble. Kiria-kun? Did you see? See what? Principal Coco greets him a fine morning, leading him to greet her a good morning as well. Ichimura freezes in place, remembering the file she wrote regarding him. The principal begins to lecture him, telling him that the most important thing is to get along with his classmates. Friends are indispensable. He nods, agreeing. Suddenly, the hurried footsteps of the principal's secretary rushes through the halls, leading the principal to scold her. Struggling to catch her breath, she reports that they received contact from the New York police. With a serious expression, the principal leads her to somewhere more private. Is it about that girl? Yes. Ukan has occupied the Statue of Liberty. As soon as she moves, the American military will commence an all-out attack. So it finally reached this point, she remarks regrettably. A familiar face steps through the door, waving at him. He's Kiria Reiji. Though Ichimura has transferred to the school for over 2 weeks now, the two of them haven't talked much. He wonders, what kind of crime did he commit? Suddenly, Kiria asks him what he thought about Komori, reassuring him that it isn't anything serious. Ichimura is confused by such a surprising question. In the end, he answers that he just really wants to get along with her. Though it's hard for him to say this. Doesn't he think that Komori has been avoiding him? Ichimura rattles in disbelief, stuttering. Reiji calls out to her, suddenly. With a formal stride, he greets the both of them a good morning. She's totally avoiding me, he thinks to himself. Maybe he said something that made her angry, Reiji suggests. With rushing steps, he declares that he'll go apologize. But he's stopped by Reiji, telling him that if he's gonna apologize, he needs a good way to do so first. Will he entrust this to him? He may not look like it, but he's very good at improving relationships. He'll mend the gap and pull the two of them closer for sure. Then what should he do? Well, he should definitely apologize. He must convey that he really means it. Face her directly in this position. Like this? An unsure Ichimura asks. Perfect. This is their unique local tradition. It'll definitely reach Komori. Komori wanders through the halls, Reiji's strange reaction earlier in the morning in her mind. Suddenly, Ichimura calls out to her. I am really sorry. His face, his shoulders, everything is so close. She wants to become a sloth, wrapping her arms around his and make it her home. Clinging to an inch of reason, Hinako begins to run away before the point of no return, as Ichimura calls out to her and Reiji forces himself to hide his laughter. Beaming with pride, he declares that he's sure that she received most of his apology. Really? But she ran away. Next, he must get rid of his old image and show Komori the image of the new him. What should he do exactly? Simple. Just change your image. And so, his image change begins immediately. Forced to undress in the classroom as he undergoes his metamorphosis, Reiji reassuring him, swatting any doubt that crosses his mind. An overwhelmed Komori is confused. What was with that, sorry? It was too exciting. An oddly dressed Ichimura calls out to her, asking if they're changing classrooms. Is Ichimura-kun broken? She wants to use it for bathing. Komori, stuck in her little fantasy, freezes in place, the plan seeming to have worked. She didn't run away this time. All right, next step. Hug her. He refuses frantically, but he reassures him Komori will appreciate his efforts. But it's so embarrassing, he says, red and panicking. He encourages him. He must do his best. Doesn't he want to get along better with Komori? He calls out her name, snapping her out from her daydream. Ichimura-kun? The sweat on his skin is being absorbed into her uniform. What should she do? Squeeze it all out to make salt? No, she was being an idiot. She has to use this for aromatherapy. Overwhelmed by his hug, her daydreams, and her fantasies, she collapses with a smile on her face. Her heavy eyes open wide as she spots a concerned Ichimura by her bed. He apologizes, realizing that he probably made things worse. He dismisses his apologies, explaining that she was just hit by a strong case of anemia. But seriously, why was he doing all those things? He tells her that he did all those things because it looked like she hated him. Hated him? That's impossible. Honestly, the things Reiji made him do. What? He's gone? Komori explains that Reiji loves to tease others with lies. He was just lying to him. From the wall slam to telling him that she hates him, all lies. But he's glad. Komori doesn't hate him after all. I see. So Ichimura-kun would be troubled if I hated him. Komori hides her red-faced from under the sheets, grateful for the precious moment Reiji's lies had created. Thank you for your patronage. I want a girlfriend, Yasuo continues, confessing his desires to the world. He wants to ride a bike together, go on a date, kiss a bit, do a little of this, then a little of that. A concerned Ichimura asks Torajiru what's going on with Yasuo, and he tells him that he's acting like that because he saw a couple being lovey-dovey on their way to school earlier. He falls to his knees, fearing that he may become an old middle-aged man that looks at high school couples with jealousy and remorse. Standing tall, he declares that he made a decision. He's gonna get a girlfriend. Ichimura begins to wonder if there's a girl Yasuo had in mind. He tells him that he likes everyone, which is a problem. He's been hitting on everyone, that's why he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. He needs to focus his love on one person. That's it. He'll confess to one girl. Wait, who? Bowing down, he extends an arm and confesses to a very dangerous girl. Ichimura is in disbelief. Why would he confess to someone that hates him? Momoka takes a step back, scolding him for making such jokes. This isn't a joke. He's dead serious. He likes Momoka from the bottom of his heart. Her butt, her thighs, her waist, and without a doubt her boobs, comparable to a pair of fruits about to burst out of their casing from how ripe they are. He begs, pleading with her that when they get together, he'll fondle those babies to his heart's content. That was no good. Even though he poured all he had to that confession, Ichimura points out that he went a bit overboard with his true feelings. Can't be helped. On to the next girl. Next girl? But didn't he say he was only going to focus on one? Well, he was rejected, so it's all good. Peeking from the corner, the pair finds their target. Just like earlier, he confesses with his face to the floor and his arm extended. Ichimura can't help but dread. He's treading on a dangerous path. Sarah, her pale skin as white as snow, her cold eyes that stares daggers into his soul, her perfect proportions befitting of a model. Please, when summer comes, put on a sexy swimsuit for him. Fearing for his friend, Ichimura rushes to save him. Whispering, Sarah asks if he has time tomorrow after school. There's a dance for a new song she really wants to show him. He agrees as Sarah goes on with her day, grateful for his help again. He failed again. He even put more effort into that proposal than the previous one with Momoka. Yasuo's face explodes, pummeled by hundreds of invisible fists. A time-lagged attack. Next up are the Hura sisters. It didn't work. He explains that he first confessed to Aki, complimenting her large hidden breasts, but she rejected him and told him to shut up. He then confessed to Minori, complimenting her slender legs, but she got angry, asking him why he asked her sister first, and in turn he explained that if he were to choose between boobs and legs, he'd pick boobs. And this happened. Of course that'd happen. Out of options, he announces his last target. Komori-chan. However, if he keeps doing the same thing, he'll get rejected again for sure. He has to change tactics. But how? With her hand clasped to her heart, she asks, "What does Ichimura-kun want to ask me?" Remember the plan. He's going to ask her what her favorite type of guys are, and with that intel, his new plan will be a guaranteed success. Meekly, Ichimura begins to ask, what type of man does she like? Her type? Why is he asking that? Could it be? Could he feel the same way? No way. How could he possibly fall in love with a shorty like her? But what could be the reason? And if you're comfortable, he adds, perhaps you can explain in detail. In detail? Pointy and goofy hair with a pair of soft round eyes, height at 168 centimeters, estimated, shoe size of 25 centimeters, confirmed, wakes up every day at 7 in the morning and leaves home 45 minutes after. Favorite class is economy and struggling in the elective art class. Usually eats fried chicken or chicken cutlet sandwich for lunch, basically loves chicken. Going to the cinema alone in the morning until the late shows during his days off. With a personality appearing to be diligent and serious while being a little bit indecisive, so he'll get dragged around by others, but also very independent and strong. Overall, very gentle and cool. The most delicious part would be his hair. She dashes off at record speed, begging him to please forget everything she just said. Ichimura stands alone, wondering, does delicious part mean appearance-wise? And those descriptions, he also loves chicken and watching movies, but that couldn't be him, right? He's not cool, so that's a dead giveaway. Delicious hair? It all makes sense now. He rushes out the door, declaring that Komori will be his girlfriend for sure. A shivering Komori scolds herself, wondering whatever should she do after that humiliating display. Suddenly, someone calls her name. With his hair slathered with honey, he confesses, presenting a ribbon-tied chicken leg while he's at it. Thus, Yasuo-kun never spoke about getting a girlfriend ever again. Yasuo-kun wanted a girlfriend, and Komori-san even has her favorite type of guy. Everyone is thinking about love. I wonder if someday I will also fall in love with someone.
Ara.
Oh? Could the new school term have already started?